Good morning, beautiful people. Yes, I realize I look like a crazy person. 5th grade, you have seen my videos before, so you know how terrible they are, but I am going to get better. I already posted 4th grade's video this morning. I'm going to give a short video for y'all now. And then later today, when I have had more coffee, I will make awesome videos for the rest of the week so that I don't look this insane. With that being said, grab your Everyday Mathematics book and a pen or pencil and turn to page 154. So we had almost finished Unit 4, and I know because I wasn't there on Friday, they just did what they could to get you what you needed, and so we're gonna start fresh with Unit 5. I want to look at page 154 and 155 with you because I want to make sure that you understand common denominators and equivalent fractions. So I know we've done work like, okay, let's say we have 1/2 shaded, okay? One of our strategies was, let's make this into fourths, and now we know 2/4 is an equivalent fraction to 1/2. Okay, we have done this with models. What we're looking at today and tomorrow is how to do the shortcut, okay? And here's one thing I want you to remember. Whatever you do to the denominator, you have to do to the numerator. As a matter of fact, we're gonna write that down. So at the top of page 154, write that down right now. Whatever you do to the denominator, you must do to the numerator. Okay, pause if you need to, or rewind. Whatever you do to the denominator, you must do to the numerator. I wrote that up top. Now let's look at this chart. We're making equivalent fractions for 1/2. And we're multiplying the numerator and the denominator by 2 for the very first one. So if you look at the first one, they did 1 times 2 equals 2. They have a new numerator. 2 times 2 equals 4. They have a new denominator. So one equivalent fraction to 1/2 is 2/4. Now, we're gonna make 2 more equivalent fractions that are equal to 1/2. And they're telling us what to do. They're telling us multiply the numerator and the denominator here by 3. For the second one, they're saying multiply the numerator and the denominator by 5. And both of these fractions will be equal to 1/2. So let's do that now. If I take 1/2 and I multiply my numerator by 3 and my denominator by 3, my new fraction is 3/6. So if my equivalent fraction is 3/6, that is equal to 1/2. Think about it. If I have 6 parts and 3 of them are shaded, half of it is shaded. Equivalent. Okay, the third one asks us, take 1/2, multiply the numerator by 5 and the denominator by 5. And now I have 5/10. My equivalent fraction is 5/10. So that's all we're doing for this chart. We're taking the original fraction, we are multiplying it by whatever they tell me to multiply it by, and we're getting an equivalent fraction. So I'm gonna help you get started with 2/5, and then I want you to finish by yourself. Ask me questions. I know this was complicated. This work is a little bit harder than what we're doing in 4th grade right now, so I don't want you feeling stressed. Use the videos, watch them, get on Khan Academy if you have to. Don't be freaking out and stressing out. We will figure this out, okay? But let's look at this. The first one, I'm gonna multiply my denominator and my numerator by 2. So if I take 2/5 and multiply both of those numbers by 2, my numerator is gonna be 4 and my denominator is gonna be 10. So my fraction is 4/10. Okay. Now, I want you to do the next two in the box by yourself. You can either pause them and do it right now, or you can come back to it, but I want to make sure you understand the rest of the page as well. For the question under the box, you need to ace that. It says, what do you notice about the fractions in the gray shaded boxes? So you're going to look back up here and you're going to answer that question. Use the table above to help you solve the following problems. So look at A, B, and C. Don't be doing funky math on me while you're at home. You cannot add 1/2 and 2/5 because they don't have the same denominator. So alarm bells should be going off in your head. You have to find an equivalent fraction. Find the equivalent fraction for 2/5 from somewhere up here, and maybe have to find an equivalent fraction for 1/2. Denominators that might be nice to use could be these shaded boxes. Hint, 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 hint. Tenths would be the same. Denominators. You understand? So 1/2 is equal to 5/10. 2/5 is equal to 4/10. Can we add those? Yes, because they have the same denominator. So use these fractions to help you. Same fractions for part B, except you're subtracting. So you have your equivalent fractions for 1/2 and 2/5 that are in the same denominator, and you can subtract those. And then you can also use those same fractions to compare. Okay? Now let's look at box 3 to see what's going on there. Fill in the table using the information given to help you find equivalent fractions. So here, all we're doing, we're taking 2/3 and we're multiplying the numerator and the denominator by 2 in this column. So 2 times 2 is 4. That's my new numerator. 3 times 2 is 6. So my equivalent fraction here is 4/6. It's probably easy for you to go do the same rule for each column. So do this column. Now I'm going to take 1/6, multiply everything by 2, I get 2/12. Take 1/3, multiply the numerator and the denominator by 2, and I get 2/6. Now move on. The next rule is 3. So you take 1/2 or 2/3, multiply everything by 3. 1/6, multiply everything by 3. 1/3, multiply everything by 3. And some of these they've done for you. Here the rule is multiply by what? 4. Here, multiply by 5. And here, multiply by 6. Okay? Use the information that's already there to help you. If you already did this page, I want you to check your work. In tomorrow's video, we're going to look at how to solve these problems without the help of the chart. Okay? Guys, if you've already done the page 154 and you don't feel comfortable to do 155 yet because I haven't done tomorrow's video, I want you to get on Khan Academy and you need to practice fractions and look at some of those videos. You can also look at Brain Pop. Okay? Love y'all.